I wanted to culminate the panel part of our session today by asking each of the panelists, starting with Simeon, to give me what they believe is sort of a one-sentence strategy that they think is important for marketers and communicators to think about as we move through the stages of the pandemic. Sim, what's your one-sentence thing?
I think your employees are your secret weapon. They're operating at the grassroots level in every single community. They know your organization backwards and the products and the services it provides. They're great ambassadors. You can use them for social media content development. You can use them for online influencers. And this is not just for B2C brands. We have clients who are utilizing their employees in the B2B space as well too.
All right, so here's my long run-on sentence, Michael. It's all about the data, right? So I think it's understanding absolutely important to understand what your competitors are doing, looking at that data, because some of the best insights come off the learnings of others. I think you need to double down on community management and social listening and what audience are saying and responding to, because I think that data is going to guide all of us in the next few months. I think you need to look to search data, because there's no better real-time barometer of what consumer intent is and what millions of people are thinking right now than inside that data. And then lastly, all of this needs to be collected, and it needs to be assigned to someone, all this data. Someone should own this task and circulate this intelligence so that it can actually reach the right people in your organization and be actioned.
I would say, I feel like embrace new sales channels. If your e-commerce strategy has been simmering on the back burner, now's the time to crank up the heat. And the coronavirus has really accelerated this for a number of brands. And I guess all I'd say is don't just think about your web shop proposition. Think about how consumers are going to discover you, what triggers are going to lead to active consideration and purchase. It's not just about getting online and hoping people turn up there and buy your product. It's the entire 360, and that includes, all of the things that I've just mentioned. So, now's the time, if you're not there already, to turn the heat up on sales.
And to really focus on that clear and concise narrative, those messages, and then how you're going to amplify that messages, and to explain on why and how your consumer should engage with you, your brand, your products, and then really be prepared and be flexible to test and learn. As we talked about earlier, this is not all going to just be flick of a light switch or at a new normal, but it's going to happen in various stages, and we need to ensure that we just consistently are communicating with those consumers on who we are and how we want them to engage with us going forward.
We have created custom services to help companies and brands forecast the relevant role they will play with post-pandemic stakeholders. Used separately or as an integrated process, our services provide you with a reopening strategy, a custom brand positioning analysis, and a facilitated virtual workshop with our most senior discipline leaders to help you solve your most critical business and communication objectives.